never to go back.
888-623-3064. They don't want to go back. They don't want to go. They don't want to go. John is in California. Hi, John. Welcome to the show.
You are the man. I thank you for your comments today because you're so right. The double bird that Goodell's been giving us for years with his arbitrary and capricious justice on these player issues. Also, they place themselves above the law, the NFL, because, as you're pointing out, they victimized this family again. The woman has been victimized again because they put themselves above the law, and their process has circumvented and just overwhelmed what his, the pre-trial intervention that he should have, that he was entitled to under the law. And what's happened with the NFL that people have to realize is they have an antitrust exemption from the government. So our government is invested in giving them this sweetheart deal so that no other leagues they have no competition, and therefore they're like the Steel Barons and the Carnegies of the 1800s.
Right.
They have no competitors. So the fact that they and that their union, which should hang its head in shame, that the NFLPA was allowing a guy to be judge, jury, and executioner. That is a sham. That is a travesty of labor relations in this country, because not only do they have an antitrust exemption, and they clearly are a trust, they have crippled their own labor their own the labor party, the NFL.
John, I'm curious to hear what you think about. Sorry to interrupt. I'm curious to hear what you think about the announcement tonight that there's going to be. Goodell says he's going to cooperate fully, and there's an independent investigation on the findings in the NFL done by an ex-FBI guy, and then the Rooneys and Maras are going to overlook the findings. I'm curious to see what you think about that.
That's like, where's the grassy knoll? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
Come on, please. Are you kidding me? It's all CYA mode. But again, the main point I think that the fans, that Joe Sixpack has to realize here is the NFL has an antitrust exemption. It's just like Carnegie and those guys, the Steel Barons of the 1800s. They have no competition. They've crippled labor, which is the Players Association, by allowing themselves to become judge, jury, and executioner for their employees. They can take away the living of any player at any time. If Ray Rice was a producer at Sirius Radio and he got into trouble with the law, whether it was a DWI, whether it was a criminal charge of domestic abuse, but he was put into the pretrial intervention, and he was allowed that, he wasn't put on probation, he was given this intervention program, that producer at Sirius Radio would still probably be at work today. They take away these people's livings because they're above the law. That's what's so bad about Goodell. He's placed himself above the law. The NFL is trying to place themselves above the law. And as you rightly point out, now they hire a sham ex-FBI guy that's good buddies with the Rooneys. Go look up what Art Rooney, the Rooney family were bookies. In the 1920s and 30s, the Rooney family were bookies. So, and Art Modell, they were all bookies before when the NFL started. So it's all just a big sham. But you're the man. You nailed it. The family is
John,
they're throwing them under the bus.
Totally, John, you nailed it. You used words I couldn't even understand. I appreciate the call. Yeah.